In this video, I'm going to show you how I made this chart with ChatGPT, and this chart shows the average wage growth since 2012 for the top 5 countries in the world, and top 5 meaning the top 5 in growth. So whether this is correct or not, this is just an experiment to kind of show you that process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop over real quick to this site, the OECD Data Explorer. So this has the data that I used for this. I'm going to show you how to navigate this real quick. So this shows by year and by country the average annual wages. There's definitely some caveats to this data. So if you want to click the information tab, it'll tell you a little bit more about how you can understand this data. So it's pretty simple to get the files for this. What I did is I just hit download, and then I have Excel CSV, and I can, if I want to filter this more, I can go and I can say, hey, filter the time period by year. I can also filter the country for basically out of, I think, 39 countries. And then for unit of measure, I can pick the different dollar amounts. So if I want to analyze different currencies, wage growth, I can do that. And then if I want to explore these two different metrics, constant and current prices. So constant price, current price, there's a little bit of adjusting that's happening in here that I think you should read into more. But when you do that, that'll give you a filtered output that you can then download. So what I did from there is I went into ChatGPT, and I'm going to actually exit out of this. And what you do here is you go ahead and just upload from your computer. What's really cool is you can attach your OneDrive and your Google Drive now to ChatGPT. If you do either of those, great. But once you add that data, I'm going to show you how it looks whenever you add it. So go ahead and add it. And then once you do that, you should have this view where you can go and you can see the data set that you've added. This is actually a modified one that ChatGPT did after I gave the initial bit. So right here, so here's the data that you get. So it'll have the reference area, which will be the country. The measure will be, I think the type. There's two different measures. So there's a unit of measure. So this is euro. Down to data set. If you zoom through here, you'll see all the different currencies that are used here. And then from there, you can go and you can say, okay, what is this? Does it mean? You don't really have to worry about exploring the data yourself. What I did is I just said, hey, take this data and then get the top 5, largest growth patterns by country, and then adjust everything to account for USD pricing. And so what it did is it converted all of the foreign currencies to USD. And then from there, I said, go ahead and take the translation, pile that up, right? So here's the value related to USD. And then from there, I went and said, just basically said, give me a chart. And then from there, I just sort of critiqued the things that I did and didn't like about it. One thing that's kind of cool about this viewer, I'll show you the final form here, is you can go through and you can change the colors. So if you wanted to change everything that wasn't the United States to an orange, you could do something like that. So see that, United States would be highlighted in blue here. If you wanted to see it in a static chart, this does give you a little bit more of a variety, but then this is using matplotlib to visualize this all out. So some of these features don't translate over. And then from here, you can download either the static chart, or if I change it back to the dynamic chart, you will get either one of those. If you needed to upload this PNG anywhere, here's what the ChatGPT visualization looks like, and here's the matplotlib. But obviously we just saw it, but it's just cool that you can get it downloadable really quick. I think it's a really clean, just click and download type thing. It's a really great update to ChatGPT. Just a quick note, it's probably worth checking out the main website for the OEDC. They have a bunch of different data on a bunch of different topics. You can definitely go through, browse all of that, check it out, and make use of it for any projects that you have. It's all freely available on here as far as I'm tracking. And there's a lot of interesting data sets of quality that I think are definitely like super usable that you should go check out. I'll also put the links below here. Some other cool features right in the Data Explorer, you can go and you can ask for charts here. Now you will get what you pay for. There's not a lot of customization here, but you can say, hey, give me a simple timeline on this, and then it should generate a simple timeline where you should get a pretty good visualization. So if you needed this just for a quick reference, just to understand the data, just a little exploration, you could do that. It's not as customizable as your interactions with ChatGPT, right? And it will be based on what you filter for. So that is definitely very, very important to keep in mind. If this video was helpful, please like and subscribe. I appreciate you stopping by, and have a good one.